Hey guys, I just want to come to you today and talk to you about the mindset that you will need to have for these next few weeks. I just want you to know that this is not just a physical change, but it will be a complete mental change as well. And I will start off saying that yes, we all want that physical change, but really we need to understand that the change begins here and it works its way on out so that we can create that physical change. So I just have a few tips for you today. And the first tip that I want to go over is, in general, the scale. Because we as women tend to rely on this scale. And guys, we all know that all it is it's just a number. Some of us rely on that number so much that whenever that scale drops, it makes us happier. And when it rises, it completely frustrates us. The mindset change, though, is what is going to determine our success. You have got to change up here to see that change physically. If you look at this entire program that you have purchased and you go into it with a mindset that you are completely wasting your time, that you're wasting your money, that you are wasting your energy, then guess what? It's going to be just that. You're going to feel like you're wasting your time. You're going to feel like you have wasted your money, and your thoughts then become your actions. Then you give up. If you go into this thinking that this is going to work, that you are going to be positive about it, that you will stay dedicated to it, that you will work your butt off, then it will be great. If you refuse to give up, you will see the results that you want to see. You must change your thoughts up here first before you see those physical results. And your mindset has to be completely open to it. My advice, and as hard as it may be to do, is honestly to get rid of the scale. And I really challenge you that for these next 21 days, that you don't step foot on that scale. Because what's going to happen is that scale can either become your best friend or it can become your worst enemy. And when it becomes your best friend, you're delighted, you're great, you're good to go, you love that mindset. But the second that that scale drops, even by one number, you feel defeated. And that is not the purpose or what we're here for. We don't want you to feel defeated. We don't want you to give up. So please do not weigh yourself daily. Because once again, once that scale increases, you're going to want to throw in the towel and you're going to want to give up. This is the reason that we take measurements and that we're going to require that you do take before photos. Because if you focus on the scale, you're going to beat yourself so much over that number instead of worrying about the physical change. And we don't want you beating yourself up over that number. We want you to focus on those non-scale victories. So for example, the energy that you're going to feel, the size in your clothes, how positive your mindset is now, how much you are toning up. These are the non-scale victories or examples of that we want you to focus more on. Tip number 2. Days that are hard, you have to focus on the positive thoughts. If you are constantly telling yourself, I'm ugly, I'm not fit enough, I can't do this, it's too hard for me, I am not capable, then that's what your mindset is going to be. We have to quit self-sabotaging ourselves. It's hard to believe in ourselves a lot of times, and that's the reality. It's difficult to get into that positive mindset whenever we're looking at ourselves. And actually, the way that I now look at it is the fact that if I find myself talking negative about myself, I always ask myself if I would want someone talking to my daughter that way, or if I would say those things to my daughter, if I would say those things to my significant other, my parents, my best friend. And my answer is always no. So then it brings me back to thinking on, why do I even do that to myself? Why do we self-sabotage ourselves knowing that we won't do that to someone else? So that's an idea to keep in mind. We need to start learning how to say positive things to ourselves. And if you're not willing to do this because you think it's just crazy, then you've got to ask yourself, would you be saying these things to your best friend? Would you be saying these things to your child? And always try to go back to that. Because in general, we should be treating ourselves with the utmost respect. We should be the role models for everybody else. It all starts in your mind. And I will say, if you're talking negative about yourself, that I am fat, I am not pretty, I am not capable of doing this, you have to try to catch those things. Because if you don't, again, it's going to put you back into that negative mindset. I've actually learned to, when I find myself doing that, I've got to catch those things, and I try to turn those into positive things. I try to say a positive something about myself. Tip number 3 is the fact that we're all human. Don't feel like you have failed if you miss one workout, if you miss one meal plan or meal prep. Missing one workout or missing one meal will not break the results that you have. But just like missing or doing one workout and eating one meal will not make the results, guys. This takes time. You have to know that it takes time. You have to tell yourself, I can do this. I am 100% capable. And again, I am not saying that it's at all going to be easy. It is not a quick fix, and it takes time, and you have to learn to give yourself that time. Once again, this is why we do these groups. We do them for the support in every aspect of your journey. Because in general, if we didn't care or if we didn't do these groups, then we would just in general tell you or sell you the product and tell you good luck and have fun and try not to fail at this. So this is the importance of the groups. They're there for the support for you. There are struggle days. There are days where I've skipped a workout. There are days where I've skipped a meal plan. But you have to know that you have to pick back up where you left off and go on, because we're not perfect. Also, keep in mind that this is a complete lifestyle change, that there will be mess ups, guys. There's mistakes that we make in life. So if you miss one workout, if you miss one meal, do not beat yourself up over it. Tip number 4 that I have, and I really want you to hear me out on this tip. I really want you to pick a personal development book, which we typically call a PD book. Pre-Beachbody, I always thought PD was silly. I thought it was for people who needed help or that had serious problems and needed serious help. When I first joined my first challenge group, a PD book was actually an option, just like I'm leaving it up to you to be. But that option, I was like, okay, I'll take the option. And I went to the bookstore, I purchased the book, the challenge started, and it took me over a week to pick up that book and actually start reading it, because once again, I knew PD was not for me. I now believe that is the best option that I have ever taken. I am beginning to learn so much about myself and so many things that I can fix about myself that needed fixing. It was nothing that didn't need to be fixed. If it did need to be fixed, there's always something that's a little better that you can work towards. And I find that's really helped me. The books continue to give me the glimpse into my own reality. It gives me the awakening on how I treat myself, but better yet, on how to fix how I am treating myself. So again, this is just an option. It takes 10 minutes. And the 10 minutes is all that we ask of you. If you say that you don't have the time to read a PD book, guys, make the time. There are podcasts, there are audio books that you could listen to on your way to work, on your way to bringing the kids somewhere, on your way back home from work, on your way picking up the kids, while you're cooking, while you're cleaning. I have friends that use earbuds while they're cooking or cleaning, and they're listening to audiobooks. There are ways to do it. There are ways to get your 10 minutes of PD in each day. I will say it's something that lifts me up and reminds me why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I do this first thing in the morning, right after I work out. While I'm drinking my shake, I sit down on the couch and I do my 10 minutes of PD. I will say that some of you will not want to do this at all. But if you are serious about results, you would pick a PD book. And I'm serious about that. If you are serious about the results, you will pick a PD book. Actually, I have a few right here. And the one that I started with is called The Gifts of Imperfection. Best book ever that I've ever started reading. I even highlighted things throughout the book that I knew that I would go back and reread to help build. The one that I am currently reading is called Miracle Morning. This one has actually helped me set goals for the day and things to do in the morning, all before I actually get my day started. So this is another really good one. The one that I'm going to be reading for this group, though, is called, actually, You Are a Badass. I've actually read a few pages, just the introduction, and it has got my attention. It seems like a really interesting book. So if anybody would want to join me in reading this one, you're more than welcome to. Another really good one that I plan on reading after that one is called The Energy Bus. So this is another good option that I have also heard about. And guys, 10 minutes a day, and I promise you will not be wasting your time. It is going to give you a glimpse into your reality and helps you to goal set. So I will say, please let us know what PD book you will be reading, just so that we can know. We can see if each of us are reading the same book. Alrighty, and next up, we have goal setting. So let's talk real. We all join this for a reason. And that is what I want you to find out. I want you to find your why. Why are you doing this? And please know that saying, because I want to lose 20 pounds, because I want to tone up, because I need to lose this belly fat, that is not your why. That is your goals. Okay? And I don't want to kind of like dismiss your goals right now, because goals are really important, but it's the reasoning behind those goals that we need to know. We typically have you find your why, because when you are struggling, it's great to remember your why. Your why always helps you build up to that goal that you want. And the days that you want to cave in, the days you want to say, I quit, I'm done, this is too hard, you go back and you think about your simple why. Why are you doing this? Why are you getting up in the morning to work out? Why are you drinking these shakes? Why are you eating healthier? These are the reasons that we need to have as the backbone as to what we're doing. Also, your why should be a lot stronger than the excuses that you form. So your why should be stronger than the excuses, because then you will do it. You will do the programs, you will get up in the morning, you will be more motivated when you have a why. So for example, my why. My why was my family. I had noticed that I was doing a lot of the self-sabotaging to myself, and it was affecting me. I know for sure it was affecting the people around me, because I could feel that tension, or unless it's just something that I felt so poorly about myself that I felt like people, including my family, did not even want to be around me. So my why had always been my family. And the reasoning with my why is the fact that my 4-year-old daughter was seeing this. And I don't want my 4-year-old daughter feeling like she needed to self-sabotage herself. I want her to feel comfortable in her skin. I want to be a huge role model for her. I want her to feel comfortable with herself. And the only way that she can do that, I feel, is that if I model that behavior for her. Are there days where I still look in the mirror and self-sabotage? Yes. But now all I try to do is fix it. I try to remind myself that I would not say things like that to her. And so it helps me move on with my why and realize what my true goals are. Yes, it's uncomfortable saying that. It's nothing that I'm proud of. It's actually pretty embarrassing whenever you talk about how negative a person you were and how you felt that it was rubbing off on other people. But admitting it could be uncomfortable, but it's more uncomfortable than falling back into that trap. And again, I do sometimes, but I feel I'm more aware of it now, and it's a little bit easier to fix. And I will say your why may change every once in a while, but you have to think about what will get you up every single day and why. So once again, thinking of your why, what will get you up every single day? And once again, it is not going to be easy. You are not going to jump out of bed every morning saying, I'm ready to go work out. I want to go work out. And guys, that's the reality. But if you change your mindset, I promise you will get the results that you want. And again, it's not an overnight quick fix. There's tons of products out there that seem to be quick fixes. But I just want you to realize, are those products, are those quick fixes going to give you the lasting results? Will they give you the lifestyle change that is sustainable? You will not be 100% perfect on this journey, and that is completely okay. You will have days where you don't want to work out. You will have days where you eat away from your meal plan, and again, that is okay. Dive into some PD, and please remember that there is always tomorrow. You can always start fresh tomorrow. Last thing, your little homework assignment. I want you to look through the PD list that is in the files that I had mentioned on yesterday's video. Go through that list, look for a book, search for an audiobook that you know that you will read or listen to for this challenge. And tell us what you will be reading so that each other knows if you're reading the same book as someone, you can discuss it with them. Once again, I will be reading the book called You're a Badass. I've heard wonderful things about that. My coach actually told me that it was a really good book, took her advice, and I am now reading it. And number 2, I want you to take some time. Guys, get away for a little while. Get in some quiet area for a little while, maybe after everybody goes to bed if you can. And I want you to truly come up with your why. And I want you to share that why if you're comfortable doing that. We want to know your why, because when you go off track, when you say I'm giving up, we can remind you of your why. Because sometimes, yes, we forget to remind ourselves of our own why. We just think it's too difficult and we're giving up. Or if you don't want to share it with anybody, I am please asking you that you write it down. Post it on your mirror where you look every morning, but somewhere so that you can see your why. Another thing that I would also recommend is journaling. On those bad days, or even on those great days where you feel great, write down what was bad and what was good. I've heard wonderful things about journaling. It's something that I would like to start myself, and keep those memories in mind. Please remember also that this group is a private group and that nobody can see into it. We will not share anything without your permission. So please post, ask questions, support one another, motivate each other, because it is a private group. So 2 things. Pick a DB book, comment with your choice, and number 2, get your why, figure that why out, and post it. Because again, we want to use your why to motivate you and to remind you why you are doing this. I want you to get your mindset right for this incredible journey. And I don't want you to throw in that towel and give up, because it's not going to be easy, guys. But if you change your mindset, you will see the results that you want to see. And you will feel the results that you want to feel. The more you dive into it, the better you will get, the better you will feel, you will get results, and you will push beyond these 21 days. All right, with that said, tomorrow I will be going over meal planning and grocery shopping with you, and I hope you are all ready to change your body, your mind, and better yet, your entire lifestyle. I hope all of you have a great day. See y'all later.